Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenyon Zitska. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Wheel Book Wednesday edition of the show. This is a short show where I share a thought that I've had over the past week, or a strategy or tactic, distill it down into some practical steps that you can take today and make some breakthroughs, get the results that you're after in your life. So today what I have lined up for you is how to turn frustration into fuel. And what I mean by that is, how can we reframe our frustration into a more positive emotional state so that we can drive ourselves forward instead of coming to a screeching halt. But before we jump into that, real quick, just want to remind you, as always, to subscribe, rate, and share this podcast wherever you choose to listen to podcasts on, whether that's Spotify, which we just came online with this week, or iTunes, or wherever. Also, don't forget to jump into our closed Facebook group over at facebook.com/groups/zeroexcuses. We've got over 400 people in there having some great conversations on how to eliminate excuses, talking about the previous topics that we've covered here on the podcast, and many other things. All right, so how to turn frustration into fuel to drive ourselves forward instead of being paralyzed. So, we've all been there. I'm not saying that after listening to this, you're never going to feel frustrated. In fact, what I want you guys to get out of this is maybe a sense of excitement next time you feel frustrated. You're now going to recognize frustration as an opportunity. You're going to recognize it as a springboard to drive you to new action. So, but before we get to that, we got to kind of understand a little bit what the makeup of our emotions are on a broad scale. So really, there's three things that I've identified with myself that kind of drive my emotional state. That's my body language. So think about the last time you were frustrated. What sort of body language were you using? Were you slouched over? Were your shoulders kind of drooped? You probably had a pissed off look on your face. Or in any number of things. Just next time you get frustrated, take a step back and pay attention to what you're doing with your body. And another key component is, how are you breathing? Are you breathing shallow? Are you breathing to just kind of survive? Or are you taking nice, deep, intentional breaths? The next component is, what are we focusing on at the moment that we get frustrated? Are we focusing on how the circumstance or the people around us, or whatever these external factors that have led us to the point that we're currently in? So the third component is our internal dialogue. What are the things that we are telling ourselves in our head? And most of the time when we're frustrated, we're saying things to ourselves like, "Oh man, I don't know how to get out of this situation. I don't know how to do this. I can't believe I've found myself in this situation," etc. So now that we've kind of laid those three things out, we have an understanding of how our emotions work, at least at a basic level. We can re-engineer the direction that we take. So first, with our body language, as soon as we feel frustrated, start paying attention to your body language. Slow down, take a step back. And the most basic thing you can do is smile. It's scientifically proven that even the most forced smile will trigger endorphins that help us feel a little bit better about the situation. So next time you feel frustrated, just think, awesome, great. Now I have the power to do something about the way I'm feeling. Next, pay attention to how you're breathing. Most of the time when we get frustrated, we start breathing really fast, really shallow, and it's a very inefficient way to breathe. So slow down, take a big diaphragmatic breath, and slow down your breathing. You can even try a breathing technique that I like to use during my meditation. That's box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold the exhale for 4 seconds. Very simple, very effective though. And last thing on body language, simply sit up straight. Don't slouch over, just sit up straight or even stand up and with your head tall and say, I got this shit. You know, I know these are very elementary, basic things, but it's oftentimes the most basic things that we can change to get some massive results in our life. So the next thing I want to go over is how to change what we're focusing on. You know, like I mentioned leading up to this, is oftentimes we focus on what we can't do. So take a step back and replace the thought of, oh man, I can't do this or I don't know how to do this, and change your language to something like, I wonder what I can do about this, or I wonder who I can ask to get some help on this. Reframe it in the form of a question to pique your own curiosity. So the last thing, and these kind of go hand in hand, and they may even be one and the same, but really pay attention to your internal dialogue. You know, we oftentimes let our thoughts run rampant. We let our bullshit that we're telling ourselves take over and dictate what we do and don't do in our lives on a day-to-day basis. So just be mindful of the language that you're using with yourself. So that's all I have for you guys. Hope this has been impactful and helpful. I know that making this shift in my own life has been extremely beneficial. And if you're looking for a community of like-minded men who are doing the work to instill the discipline necessary to reach the results that they're after in life, to take a chokehold of their time and improve their health, wealth, and forge the meaningful relationships they're looking to have in their life, I encourage you to check out our Infinite Results Mastermind group over at kenyandzitska.com/results. Inside there, you'll find the tools and the resources necessary to set up the framework to have the success that you want in your life. And last thing I want to mention is my one-on-one discipline coaching program. This is a program that gets you those same tools and accountability, but in a extremely intimate one-on-one setting. I have a very limited number of spots for this, and it is by application only. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out at kenyandzitska.com/discipline. You'll fill out a short survey and have an opportunity to schedule a 60-minute phone consultation with me to see if we're a good fit to work together one-on-one. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will talk with you again soon.